Hello children, welcome back to your computer class. In the last class, we had discussed about the computer software, in which you have got to know there are two types of software, that's the system software and the application software. We had discussed the system software. System software, it's the kind of software issues related to running of the computer, which controls the running of the computer. In system software, you have three types, that's your operating system, utility program and language processor. Operating system, it controls the overall activities of the computer, fine, and it acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware or the peripherals, fine. Yes, in that you had three types: single user, multi-user and multitasking. Then moving on further, that's the utility programs. You had backup utility, antivirus, data compression, network utility, file management and disk managers. Then moving on to your language processors, you had what is an assembler, what is an interpreter and compiler. Fine children. Then I think I had discussed about the operation support system also. If it not, I'll just start with the operation support system. Operation support system. Operation support system. So what is this exactly? A computer will be connected to internet or a network to work properly. In this case, certain specialized software is required to operate it. Okay, so monitor and analyze the network. This software is usually installed on the main computer or server. It is an important software as a network in an important component of the computer. It's the main component wherein you will connect the system to the network, where the system will be connected to the network, and the overall activities where n number of systems are connected. So this one thing will be connected to the server. This software will be connected to the server, main system or admin system, wherein it sees to it that the network connection or the internet connection what has been given, it is balanced in a proper way. It is balanced in a proper way and it is working in a smooth way. Okay, understand? So operation support system, it is also a software which helps to connect or working of the network and the hardware, or the internet connection. Understand children? Next one, we'll be moving on to the application software. In the last class, what was the system software what you learned? What's the definition for the system software? So it basically helps to run the system, or if you have any issues regarding that, it basically helps to run the system in the proper way. Yes, whereas your application software is a software used to perform specific task on the computer. It is used to perform the specific task on the computer. Understand? For example, like your MS Word, MS PowerPoint, Excel, Access, all these things are the application software wherein it is used to perform a specific task. In MS Word, you can't do a PowerPoint presentation. In MS PowerPoint, you can't do a Word document. Might be you can type some notes or something, but you can't do that. Understand? So a particular task, if you want to create a question paper or if you want to write notes, you use the MS Word software, application software. If you want to create a tabular column of quotations or some charts and all, you use MS Excel. Understand? If you want to create a nice picturesque view of the document whatever you have created, you use the PowerPoint presentation. Understand? This is your application software to perform a specific task. In that you have two types. In application software you have two types. First one is packages. We'll be seeing. There are general purpose application software developed for user to perform the task. Okay, to perform the task. In that, in this packages you have, first one is word processing. Okay, word processing for documentation purpose. Mainly you use this for documentation purpose. Next one is electronic spreadsheet. I said you It contains rows and columns. Okay, it contains rows and columns. That's nothing but your Excel, MS Excel. Okay, then presentation graphics. Presentation, that's your PowerPoint presentation. That's your PowerPoint presentation. Next one is DBMS, or you call it as database management. Database management. Okay, database management, that's your MS Access. That's your MS Access. Okay, you can just know them. No need to go in depth. You can just know them. See, first one is word processing, where you use it for the documentation purpose. Next one is electronic spreadsheet. That's your MS Excel. MS PowerPoint, or presentation software, which is used for creating PowerPoints. Okay, creating PowerPoints, slides, slideshows. Then comes your database management. That's your MS Access. It's a collection of data and other related information of a database. Database is nothing but, for example, your attendance register or a marks register. It contains the overall data of each and every child, like your name, your class, your section, your father's name, mother's name. Okay, then the marks of your FA1, FA2, FA3. It continues like that. So the overall management is called as the database management, that works on the MS Access. MS Access. Understood? So this is your packages in your application software. Now we will be moving on to the customized software. By the word customized only, you will get to know what it is. Okay? General software available in the market fits the requirement of an organization. Okay, only for a particular organization it is made. Understand, children? So it is related to the organization, like example, library management. Library management. Library management. So what does this library management? What do you do when you go to the library? You check for the book. You return the book. Either you have take the book. Yes. Issue of the date and return date. Yes. Signature of the authorized. Yes. This is what is done. You can't go to the library management software and ask for a air ticket or a railway ticket. Understand? Either you have to collect the book, either you have to return the book. Date of issue and date of return, only that will be taken. Understand? So that's the customized software. For library management means it's only done for the library purpose. Understand? In that, another one will be your air reservation. For example, I'll take air reservation. Other examples are like your KSRTC booking and all. You can't go and book a flight in your KSRTC, like the bus. Yes? Or you can't go and book a railway ticket in your airline. So one thing, railway station means the booking is done only for the railways, not for the airways or the other packages or anything. Understand? So this is a particular based customized software. This is particular based customized software. Understood? Then next one will be utility programs. Okay, the last one will be utility program. So what are these? It is an important utility software which lets you to back up the computer files. So first one will be backup utility. Okay, backup utility. See, if at all if you delete some file or folders, usually they go and sit where? In the recycle bin. So once you delete, nothing gets deleted. You think that from where the location you have deleted, that might get deleted, that application might get deleted. But it goes and sits in the dustbin. That's your recycle bin. Yes. So that's the backup utility. And if at all if you want to restore it, if you delete in recycle bin also, you can go to backup utility. Right click on your system, go to properties or settings, mainly settings. Okay, in that you will be having a software by name backup utility only. So once you click on that, so if you know the file name or something, you just can click on the file name and that can be restored. That can be restored. By mistake, if you have deleted that file, that can be restore. That's usage of the backup utility. That's the usage of the backup utility. How we are supposed to go? Click on start. Okay, click on start. Control panel, then system security. Yes, system and security. Click on system and security. System and security. Then backup and restore, I think. Yes, backup and restore. Okay, children. So how do you go to the backup utility? Click on start, click on control button, system and security, backup and restore. Backup and restore. Fine. Then moving on further, that's the scanning the computer. Scanning for virus. Scanning for virus. Scanning for virus. Scanning for virus. How do you do this scanning for virus? Why do you do this? Yes, any answers? Fine. Virus is nothing but poison. A Latin name virus is nothing but poison. Your system might get corrupted with the virus if you install some software, okay, without knowing, or if you place the removable disk like the floppy disk or the pen drives and all, you would have used it in the other systems or anything, or your mobile phones when you charge it or when you use it. If you use them or if you are using the internet also, you'll be having a problem of the virus. Okay, so always see to it that your system is updated with the antivirus. Your system is updated with antivirus. Your system is updated with antivirus. Understand, children? So what does this antivirus do? It scans the system for the viruses, and if at all, if there is any virus, the antivirus, what it does, it kills the virus. It kills means not exactly fighting, it just deletes the virus and keeps your system in a good condition. Understand? And keeps your system in a good condition. So users are expected to follow some safety precautions from viruses to lead a safe computer experience. For you to run the system smoothly, you are supposed to use the antivirus and see to it that you update the antivirus. Virus is nothing but it corrupts your system. Okay, it corrupts your system. Some of the antivirus are Norton, Kaspersky, Sophos, Symbian, Avast, etc. Mainly Norton and Kaspersky are basically used. Okay, and Avast also. Yes. Then the next one, last but not the least, is your defragmentation. Last but not the least is your defragmentation. 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 What is this? Disk defragment helps you to rearrange the fragmented data so that your disk drives can work efficiently. So what is this? If there is a detached portion, if there are two disks which you want to rejoin them, if it is broken, okay, fragment means, defragment means it has broken, okay, two disks with same file or same data, it has detached itself. Okay, what does this defragmentation do? It holds both the files, whichever files you select or the folders you select. What it does, it binds them together, this defragmentation. Okay, so your disk drives can work efficiently, so that your hard disk drive can work, or the disk drive can work efficiently. So it usually runs on a schedule. Your disk defragmentation or disk defragmenter works on a schedule. You can also disk manually. How do you do it manually? Click on start, click on start, click on all programs, then click on accessories, then click on system tools, tools, system tools, then disk defragmenter. Click on disk defragmenter. Disk defragmenter. Understand, children? So manually how you can do? Then select the disk on the current status where you are working. Okay, the location where you are working, that disk you are supposed to select. Select the current status. Then otherwise click on the last run. Click on the last run. Click on the last run. Click on defragment disk. Click on defragment disk. Click on defragment disk. So how do you use it? Click on start, then all programs, click on accessories, then system tools, select system tools, disk defragmenter, then the current status, last run, or the current wherever you have stopped, or whichever disk you want to rejoin them. Okay, rejoin the files or the folders. Then click on the defragment disk. Click on the defragment this disk. Okay, this is how you are supposed to use the defragmentation process. This is how you are supposed to use the defragmentation process. So hope you have understood the lesson. Let me just revise once more if you have any confusion so that you can ask me. Understand, children? Fine. So the first one, what you have learnt is so the first part what you have learnt is what is a software. Yes? What is a software? A computer software is a collection of computer programs that provides the instruction for the computer on what to do and how to do. On what to do and how to do. In that you have two types. First one is system software and the other one is application software. System software, it mainly helps the computer to run properly. Okay, it mainly helps the computer to run properly. In that you have operating system, then utility programs, then language processors, then language processor. In operating system, it controls the overall activities of the system. Then what all it has? It has different types. That's the single user, multi-user and multitasking. Single user, only a single person can use the application at a time. Multi-user, same application can be used by n number of users. Multitasking, you can complete or do different tasks at the same time. At the same time. That's the operating system, different types. Then comes your utility programs. It is a software that improves the operation of an operating system by providing additional and specialized functionality. Additional and specialized functionality. So in that you have backup utility, antivirus, data compression, network utilities, file managers and disk management. Okay. Then comes your language processor. As your computer cannot understand your English language or normal language, so what it does, the system itself converts or translates the language. Okay, so that there are three types of that. One is the assembler, the other one is the interpreter and the compiler. Assembler, it gives the instruction to the computer wherein it converts the assembly language to the machine language. Interpreter, some kind of intermediate language will be translated and the translation will be done directly, like from the high level language, that's the user level language, to the machine language, but line by line. Then comes your compiler, which allows or which converts the high level programs into the machine language. It converts the high level language into the machine language. Understand? Then you got to know about the operation support system. If you are connecting your system to different networks or with the help of the internet, if you are connecting it, To run the system smoothly without any problem, you have a domain system, or you call the admin system, wherein that system, it controls the activities or the networks of the other systems which are connected to that. Okay, so that's the help of the operation system software. Then moving on to your application software, which is mainly for the particular task, which is mainly done for the particular task. There are two types, packages and customized software. In packages, you have example word processing, wherein you do it only for the word processing method. Other one is the electronic spreadsheet, mainly for the MS Excel. Then your PowerPoint presentation, and then the database management system. And coming to your customized software, wherein you use it for a particular organization or a management. For example, library management or library organization, wherein only the number of books or number of copies or the books returned or the books issued, only those things are kept in mind. Okay, only that you get in the library. Another example is your airline or a reservation or something, wherein you book only tickets for your air flight or only for your air flight. If you want to take it back or just book it or whatever, different flights or anything, other than that you are not supposed to do anything with that. Then the next one is your backup utility. If by chance or if by mistake, if you have deleted your files or folders, you can restore them with the help of the backup utility. That one, go to the start, go to control panel, system and security, backup and restore, backup and restore. This is how you are supposed to do it. Then comes your scanning for viruses, wherein if your system is corrupted by viruses, update your system for smooth running with the help of the antivirus. There are different types of antivirus like you get in the market, Norton, Kaspersky and Avast. These are the few known antivirus. Then the other one is your defragmentation. What does this defragmentation do? This basically helps to keep the disk run smoothly. Detached files or detached disk can be, or broken off disk can be fragmented together, okay, using this. Scheduling can be done, wherein the system does itself the disk fragmentation. But if you have to do it manually, you are supposed to click on the start button, then all programs, accessories, system tools and disk defragmenter. What you are supposed to do, click on the start, all programs, accessories, system tools and disk defragmenter. This is how you are supposed to do it. Then you will be checking on the current status or the last run. Current status means which you were which application you were running, that one, or the last run, whichever you had stopped. Okay, that you are going to pick and click on the disk defragmenter or defragment the disk, and the process starts. Understand, children? So in this chapter, now you know system software, application software, different types of system software and different types of application software. So when I meet you up in the next class, I want you to go through the lesson properly. Don't get confused. Okay, exercises will be sent. Notes will also be sent in the PDF format so that you can write. See to it that you understand the concept properly. If at all, if you don't know, you can just text me and tell me that this particular topic or a lesson is not understood. So I'll just repeat it to you once again. Okay, understood, children? I want you to read the lesson once, go through the lesson once. Understood? So till I meet you up in the next class, take care.